What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we've been looking at loan repayment tables, which is basically what it says, giving you a table and letting you know how much you need to repay given a certain amount you're going to borrow under certain terms, so like a certain interest rate, or if you're borrowing over 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years. Okay, cool. Let's have a look at some of these examples. Now, as we go through this lesson, I'm not going to focus too much on a specific type of question and its variations, because the truth is the skill comes in reading the table and being able to interpret exactly what the question wants. So having a look at this question here, it says the Commonwealth Bank has the following monthly loan repayment tables for each $1,000 borrowed. So, for example, you can see here these are the interest rates and these are the time periods. So as an example, because it's for every $1,000, let's say we're borrowing $1,000 for 6 years at 10% interest, we would need to pay back $18.53 per month for 6 years in order to repay that loan. Okay, so Todd wants to borrow $245,000 to buy a unit. He will repay this over a period of 8 years and at an interest rate of 10% per annum. Using the loan repayment table above, what is Todd's monthly repayment? All right, so we need to work out how much he needs to repay per month. So he's borrowing for 8 years at 10%. So that's going to be 8 years at 10%. So he's going to have to repay $15.17 for every $1,000. Okay, now he's borrowing $245,000, which means he's borrowing $245 $1,000 you can think of. Okay, so all we need to do is actually just multiply 245 by $15.17. Okay, get the calculator. 245 times 15.17. So his monthly repayment is $3,716.65 per month. Okay, now we want to know his monthly repayment, so done. Nothing much to add there. Okay, let's look at the next example. The following table shows the fortnightly repayments required to repay a personal loan at 11.5% per annum for terms 2 to 5 years. So you notice in this table, it is still with these time periods, but instead of having interest rate here, it actually just tells you how much the repayments will be at certain amounts that you borrow. Okay, so Caitlin borrows $28,500 over 5 years. How much interest does she pay? Okay, so first of all, her principal is $28,000, which you can see here, $28,000, and she's repaying that over 5 years. So that is going to be $275 per fortnight, because that is what the table is in terms of. And we want to know how much interest she repays. Okay, so she's repaying this per fortnight for a total of 5 years. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get 275 times 5. No, sorry, 275 times 26 times 5. Because 26 fortnights makes 1 year, and then times 5 for 5 years. So 275 times 26 times 5. So in total, she's going to pay back $35,750. But she's only borrowed $28,000. So I need to subtract $28,000 to work out the interest. So the total interest she will be repaying is $7,750. Okay, so pretty straightforward. All right, so the next example. Akira wants to purchase an apartment. The bank manager has provided them with a table of monthly repayments for loans of $1,000 at various interest rates. So similar to the first question we did, Akira has a savings of $95,000 to put towards the purchase price of an apartment of $620,000. Akira decides to purchase the apartment using $95,000 of his savings as a deposit and borrow the balance, so what's left over 20 years, at the rate of 6.5%. Find Akira's monthly repayment. All right, so he's putting a deposit down of 95,000. So that means he's only borrowing 620,000, take away 95,000. So what is that? 625,000 minus 95,000. So he's borrowing 525,000. Okay. Now let's look in the table for our values. So he's doing 20 years at 6.5%. That's 6.5%, 20 years. So for every $1,000 he needs to borrow, he needs to pay back $7.46 per month. So he's actually got 525,000. So it will be 525 times 7.46. 525 times 7.46 to work out his monthly repayment. So 3916.50 per month. Okay, and that's done. So just a little bit of calculation before actually using the table, but nothing too complicated. Okay, last example here. So John and his wife Elle are planning to purchase their first home. They're looking at a property selling for $1 million and have 30% already saved up for a deposit. Therefore, they plan on borrowing 70% of the value of the home from the bank. So once again, repayments per $1,000, different time periods and different interest rates. Calculate the monthly repayment on a loan of $700,000 at 7% over 20 years. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. 7%, 20 years, just find that number. I think it's 7.7530. So it's going to be $700 because there's 700,000 of them, times by 7.7530. So the monthly repayment is 5427.10 per month. Okay, sweet. B, calculate the total repaid over the life of the loan. All right, so they're repaying what we just found per month. So to get it to years, I have to times that by 12, and they're borrowing that over 20 years. So the total repaid should be times 12 times 20, 1302504. So what's that? $1,325,004. Find the total interest paid. Okay, well, easy. They got to repay what we just found. And they're only borrowing, well, not only, but they are borrowing $700,000. Okay, so minus 700,000. So the total interest is $602,504. So pretty significant. And I think that's pretty realistic when it comes to a home loan. All right, so that's it for today. Hope that helped. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I'll also put the notes in the description. Thanks, guys. Peace.